Hello, in this video I'm going to share 10 rules of the mind that you must understand if you want to overcome your fear of driving or any other fear, phobia or anxiety. These are things that I learned while training to become a hypnotherapist and also while working with hundreds of people all over the world who have a fear of driving. They're in no particular order, so this first one isn't the best or the worst or whatever. But these are 10 things that are essential to understand, because if you don't know these things and you get them wrong and go in the opposite direction, you won't overcome your fear. So let's get started with the first one, which is imagination is more powerful than logic. Now I'm going to use a fear of driving as an example throughout these videos. And if you've got a fear of driving, you'll know how annoying it is when you go to a therapist and they tell you things like, why don't you just drive? Millions of people drive every day, and look, statistics show that not many people ever crash, and the bridges that you drive over that you're scared of won't fall into the sea. You'll be okay. They are breaking one of the most basic rules of the mind, which is imagination is more powerful than logic. That means, and you'll know this if you've got a fear of driving, right? It doesn't matter how logically you think about it. Yes, you can tell yourself, I am okay. You can write these useless affirmations. I can drive, I am safe. There is no need to worry. And then what happens when you go out driving? You start having a panic attack because your logic goes out the window. This happens because your unconscious mind is way more powerful than your conscious. So if you are fighting against driving anxiety with logic, well, you're getting it totally wrong. You don't fight the feelings. We'll go over why in other videos. And you certainly don't use logic. Logic will not get you anywhere. Now here is a great example of this. I teach people to drive. If you don't know, I've been a driving instructor for over 20 years and I've been a hypnotherapist for over 7 years. And I specialise in helping people overcome the fear of driving. Driving lessons won't work because when you go out driving and you're just forcing your way through, fighting the feelings, fighting the anxiety, that's just logical, right? Because it makes logical sense that you fix driving anxiety with driving. That's why it doesn't work, because it's logical. When I work with people in sessions, and it will be great when I get more videos from my clients saying this, but most people want to keep the therapy private. What comes up in sessions is crazy. It's so illogical, and people are crying and their emotions are coming out because it's about emotions and feelings. It's not about logic. Here's another great example. Driving tests. When I teach people to drive, they can drive perfectly well. They drive around and they can do the large roads, fast roads, they can park the car, they can do anything. You put them in a driving test. Why? Why does that happen? Well, if you've done one of my courses, you'll know we don't ask why things happen. We ask what makes that happen. What makes it happen is imagination. They are imagining what's happening. The examiner's watching me. Am I going to pass? Oh, I don't want to fail. Oh, I don't want to fail. If you say you don't want to fail, you're making it more likely to fail. That's for the videos again. I'm not going to go into everything in this one video, but the point of this one is that the imagination is way more powerful than logic, and you will not fix any fear or phobia with logic. Now, yes, there are ways you can use logic to get to the answer, but logic itself is not the answer. So many of my clients are very analytical people. They're very, clever and straight-minded, and being analytical means you analyse things, you're logical, you don't so much work with your feelings and emotions. And some people say, oh, you can't work with those people, oh, they're terrible, you can't help them. Well, yes, you can, because if you know what you're doing, especially if, like I am, an analytical, logical person myself, that's where I've got a huge advantage over many therapists, because many therapists are the kind of what I call flowery types. It's like, oh, lie down, relax, relax. You feel so calm, and the energy of the universe is transcending into your being. No. That's not what I do. Now, if you're like that, I can still work with you. It's fine. I've done that. Doesn't make any difference. But I'm not like that. I'm one of the very rare logical therapists. But didn't I just say logic won't fix your problem? That's why I'm so good with logical clients, because I understand what it's like to be logical and also how to get around that. So to finish it all off, I'll leave you with a quote from a famous French psychologist, Emile Coué, who once said that whenever there is a conflict between the imagination and logic, the imagination wins. That isn't the exact quote. He said something about the unconscious and the conscious, but it's the same sort of thing. The unconscious is your imagination, because the imagination is the language of the unconscious, subconscious, whatever you want to call it. Whereas logic is conscious. So what Emile Coué was saying, and this is what he found many, many years ago, whenever there is a conflict between the conscious and the unconscious will win. It always wins, every time, without exception. It doesn't matter how strong you are, and this is why you can go out driving and say, I'm safe, I know I can drive, I've been driving for decades, I know I can do it, I know what to do, I've had my driving lessons, I've had my lessons with the instructor, who was an anxiety specialist. As you'll see in future parts of this series, any instructor giving you driving lessons for anxiety doesn't have a clue what they're doing. It will not work, don't waste your time. Check out my website for a page on that. There's a page on how driving lessons don't work to overcome anxiety. Why? Because as soon as that instructor's gone and you go out driving on the bridges or the fast roads, why does that happen? What makes it happen? Because your logic is gone. Your logic's gone sailing down the river, out the window. Doesn't work. So the first rule of the mind you must understand and accept if you want to overcome your fears and phobias is that imagination is more powerful than logic. Watch out for the other videos in this series coming through soon. Check out the other videos of mine on the screen now. And if you do want to take any of my courses or work with me one-to-one online from anywhere in the world, you can contact me through my website, firstdrive.com. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you again soon for more videos.